I'm Alex Cardenas, and this is my Lesson 10 discussion. So, my first prompt is to discuss a misunderstanding. I've had a few misunderstandings in my previous job just because of a lack of communication and a lack of boundaries, almost. Um, the channel I chose was informal, so I chose to text about it, which made it a little more difficult for the other person to understand my frustration because it seemed as though it was targeted in a way because I kept spewing everything, I kept saying everything that was bothering me, but then I never took the time to fully explain. It was also more difficult for them to understand my tone or see my facial expressions or grasp what was more frustrating versus what I was more trying to explain. Um, to clear up the misunderstanding or to aid in reducing it in a way, I chose informal communication by phone call or in person. I chose to keep it private between the two of us just so that there were no outside factors weighing in or changing any opinions or making the situation worse. But by doing the phone call method or like in person method, it was a way for the two sides to convey their frustration with tone or with facial expressions. And it was easier to communicate because it didn't feel like it was an attack on one person. It was more of a conversation. So, my second prompt is technological advances. So, how it makes it easier to communicate effectively. So, there's more speed in technology. So, you can receive emails, you can receive text messages or phone calls regardless of your location, which makes it easier to get in contact with someone and have an immediate response to a question. There's also improved collaboration, like Teams or Zoom, because it allows multiple people to come together and talk about a project and they can all work together, assign the work, and they can also do it simultaneously or together without it getting mixed up with one another. It also allows for faster decision making because you have multiple people saying their ideas and coming up with ways they can combine the ideas or um I don't remember the word, but when you come a compromise, when you both have an idea or a group has an idea, you guys can come up with a compromise on how to use all of the ideas and use one simple solution. The second part is more how it has increased miscommunication. So there's a lack of nonverbal cues. So with text, it removes tone and facial expression, which increases miscommunication because you can't tell what that person meant by what they're saying. Also, there's technical issues. So poor internet or glitches in the system can cause tension or hostility because the work is not being saved or someone's not pulling their weight because their internet is not working. And it could lead to someone having a lack of access to a certain app or website because of their internet or because of their network provider. That is my discussion. Thank you.